I shit in a mason jar and left it in my friend's pantry. Here we go. About 13 years ago, my 19-year-old self was partying at a friend's house. There were probably a good 20 to 25 people packed inside this 1000 SQF house. I had been drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade and tampon blender benders all night long. Full disclosure, I have an allergy involving certain alcohols that can cause severe hives, swollen throat, and intense diarrhea. I was 19, and stupid. Anyways, I was chatting with my gal pal at the time and felt the inevitable groan of my stomach. Shit, I thought. Figuratively and literally. I asked where the bathroom was, and she pointed down the hall. I squeezed myself through the teenage crowd only to find a ridiculously long line of women waiting to use the toilet. My bowels were screaming. The cramps were intensifying. I recalled seeing a toilet closet in the basement of the house once before and decided to take my chances. I darted down the stairs all while puckering my pooper with all the strength in me. It was dark, so I flipped the light switch and saw the porcelain throne glowing in the corner of the room. I slammed the door behind me and shoved my pants down around my ankles. I make a swift penguin waddle over to the toilet. To my surprise, the toilet isn't connected to the plumbing. It's just sitting in the corner of the room. A failed attempt at a bathroom remodel. I had put myself in a perilous poo position with no escape. People saw me come down here. There's no way I could poo in the toilet and get away with it. By now anus was on fire. I could barely hold it in much longer. I panicked. I scanned the room and noticed an open mason jar filled with potpourri with the lid laying beside it on a shelf. My mind was made up. I snatched the mason jar from the shelf and promptly dumped the potpourri into the empty toilet bowl. Ever so carefully I placed the mason jar on the floor of the bathroom and popped a squat over it. Spreading my cheeks and with surgical precision, I shat my brains out in that jar. I filled that sucker to the brim. I released the kraken of anal sighs and never felt such relief before in my life. But what now? What should I do? I can't leave it here. I heard my friends calling me from upstairs saying that they were wanting to leave. I needed an escape plan, now. Quickly I pulled up my pants. Wiping was not an option, but I'd pinched off like 99.99% of my shit, so it was clean enough, and placed the lid on the mason jar. It was warm. So warm. Still unsure of what to do next, I hide the jar under my hoodie and exit the bathroom as if nothing happened. "What were you doing down there?" my friend asked. "Just freshening up," I said, in absolute horror that she may notice my mason jar shit smuggling. "Hurry up, we're all in the kitchen waiting to leave," she barks. I swim through the crowd of people to the kitchen to meet my friends. They're all crowded around the pantry door, which was next to the door to the garage. "There you are." They holler as they open the door to the garage. Here's my chance. The door to the garage was blocking the view to the pantry. I did it. I slide the smuggled shit jar out from under my sweater and place it next to identical jars in the pantry. And promptly left with my friends. To this day, I wonder with so much wonderment that I wonder how I've never been caught. Did they ever locate this jar and open it? Was it supposed to be beef stew? Was it tasted? Smelled? Tossed? I regret this. But I was desperate. This is my poo-fession.